Welcome everyone on today's Metal3 Community meeting. Today is the 14th of June. My name is Adam Rosman. I will be your host. And as usual, please don't forget that the meeting is recorded. And as usual, we will start with introductions. But I think there are no new participants, so we can skip that. Then we can go to the reminders, just the usual. If you feel that your project would benefit by adding itself as an adapter, please do so by following the link and creating a PR and modifying the adapters to MD. In regards to the incubation, there is no progress at the moment. And then we have one actual ongoing active reminder, and that is the V1 Beta 1 proposal for BMO. We have last week, after Dimitri brought it up, we again discussed this and commented our thoughts on that. In short, the bump to beta has been accepted from our side, and we just added a few other questions to clarify a few details, mainly related to this MD5 deprecation and to the integration of the like basically the new APIs integration into the tests, into the end-to-end tests. That's where we have a few questions, but nothing more. And also about the schedule of the implementation, because that will affect the whole infrastructure that runs the tests and everything. So it's more of a, how to say, like a QA question rather than anything with the proposal, plus the MD5 issue. Yeah, so that's related to that. And then we can continue. Community working groups update. Is there someone here? Yeah, Mohammed, you are here. Dimitri is not. Who is not? Is there any news from the ironic scalability group? I can't hear you if you are speaking. Okay, don't worry.
He's having some mic issues.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. We can continue. Yep, but I have not heard anything major at the moment. I believe that Mohammed was discussing some review requests on OpenDev, or asking for some review on OpenDev. But we can continue. Discussion topics. I have two. One is that I have been notified today that basically these authors files that where is that? This is not. Is it that one? Leonard, was this the one?
Yeah, it's this one. If you check it's the test file that was added that spurred this discussion, because it was a new file, so obviously it had the copyright notice that we have in like all the files.
Yeah, this section, right? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. So for those who are not aware, so the topic that was brought up today is that we have these copyright 2023, the Kubernetes authors in almost all of the cloud native repos in a bunch of places. And actually, there are a lot of code here that was not created by any Kubernetes authors, and it was mainly by the folks who cooperated on this. So we probably need to change this, and I have linked this this sort of recommendation of ways of working related to this from Google, that how they handle this sort of authors files. But in any case, I wanted to bring this to the attention of the community that that we probably need to change this into Metal3 authors or something like that, where it's applicable, and just wanted to ask the community's opinion about that. That is there any opposing opinion about this, or we should just go forward and change it everywhere where it's needed? And as far as we discussed, there are no legal issues with this. It was simply just honest mistake. And anyways, it's both projects are part of the CNCF, or rights are signed off to the CNCF. So no harm done as far as we discussed. Yeah, but anyone feel free to comment on this. I will just write this down. Yep, that's all basically. And yeah, we have a pending PR that's actually, oh, I can move it away. What? Sorry. So we have one actual PR where this already causing problems. This OTLS configuration for IPAM, flex for IPAM. So I don't know who is here other than our team. Yeah, Ricardo and Himanshu. Do you have any opinions or any sort of, I don't know, experience with this authors files in other projects? Yep, if not, then yeah, we can continue. Yep.
Well, so yeah, anything that is not directly coming from Kubernetes or other project, as far as I know, it should be changed or updated. This is what we usually do for other projects as well. I think it's just a recommendation, though. It's not like something really like mandatory, but still.
Yep. I think then we agree. It will be changed. That's the safest, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, I quickly checked in BMO also, just a few files by random, and I see another quite nice solution is just skip that line with the authors. I see in BMO there are many files that just have license and are Apache license, blah 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 blah, but there is no this authors line at the top. So that's probably another way.
Yeah, I mean, either should work.
Yeah,
it really depends on whoever. Like we have the same. Sometimes we have the same discussion upstream for other projects. like in OpenStack, for example, or even like other minor Python libraries where some people want to have their name mentioned in the authors while others just don't care. So it really depends on the important thing is to be consistent as usual.
Yep, and then cool. Now that there are already two different good solutions that I heard. Yep, that's good. Yeah, I guess we have to still discuss it, but either even if we skip it or if we just have an authors file and just refer to that, either of those I guess would suffice. Yep, but I'm happy that there are no objections to this Kubernetes stuff. Okay, is there any other comment from anyone else? Good. The other one is related to the devenv. It's not really visible on Git because it's at the moment just changed in the Nordics Git repository, which is there to manage our CI. And the thing is that these daily and also the PR tests, these feature tests, both for CentOS and Ubuntu, the ones that don't have E2E in their name, will be disabled. And the reason is that now with the E2E tests, we reached a coverage that basically is bigger than what these Ansible tests provided. And we have discussed this a few times in the community that Ansible is not a test framework, also that nobody is really using it. We discussed that in the Ironic community, E2E tests are not run, especially not from the devenv because of resource restrictions. So this won't go away from the code at the moment, but from the CI it will be slowly phased out. There is no harm because we test everything with E2E, except one thing that will be shortly implemented. It's just we have these health checks on the I believe it's the machines. But correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's a MetaCube machines or the Capi machines. But those will be still added just to check that feature. But no major feature is missing from the E2E tests, and these have, I believe, way better control over the tests, way more granular. We were able to find a bunch of small hidden bugs and issues with these E2E tests. Yeah, so let's hope it will go well. Is there anyone, by the way, who is still using these devenv feature tests for any purposes at the moment? So and what these devenv feature tests are, we can also check those. What I am talking about specifically is there are these, this is just devenv and tests, and then feature tests under that, and there is node reuse, this health check, and then the remediation, and also here is the pivoting, but the functionality of pivoting and repivoting, provisioning and deprovisioning will stay. But for example, upgrade will go away. And that was decided because if you develop something, these are more like day two operations for maintaining your clusters. But in the pivoted case, you might want to how to say, like experiment with that higher changes, work in a pivoted environment and in an unpivoted environment, because in that case networking is a bit different. Your certain pods are deployed differently, for example in case of Ubuntu hosts in dev. So we wanted to leave it in, because it behaves a bit differently. I mean the controllers, if they are on the source cluster or on the self-hosted mode, but everything else are like data operations. So that's the idea, and the two driving motivation behind this is the duplication and the fact that it's written in Ansible. And now in the actual E2E, these are all rewritten into Ginkgo E2E, like Ginkgo tests, which is an actual test framework, and also used by CAPI. Yep. So I can add it here that yep. So that's all. Is there anyone who want to add anything else to this?
Yeah, so I think we said it already, but we don't use the test framework in like the Ansible one in upstream. Ironic for Metacube Dev, so this should be good. And we actually use like we do a very extensive usage of Ginkgo also in our downstream counterpart in OpenShift for end-to-end tests. So this is something that is definitely familiar for us, and related to that would be very, I think, useful to have like repositories or anything where you are developing the tests. Would be nice to see references and keep an eye on that, maybe help on that as well.
Yeah, sure. This is completely public. So these exist for CapM3, and it is planned to implement them for IPM and hopefully BMO. And in CapM3 under tests, it's all of that. Like
it's there. Okay.
Yeah. So feel free to check them. Yep. No problem. Okay. Anyone else? I will just mark this down that just if anyone else would be, oh, I lost it again, who would be looking for these. And it's there. Okay. So the next one is from Himanshu. You have a review request.
Yeah, so just a part of the review. I mean, if you open the second thing, actually. Yeah. No, so the third link, yeah. So this particular validation, which is marked here, validated status. So this is, I think, wasn't the issue while pivoting. So if folks could take a look and see if what might be the issue. Because this seemed okay to me, at least looking at it so far. So made a recent change here, like as well. So, and my next option would be to just take this part out and push another PR for the so that like the other changes could be merged.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's a bit noisy, your background, but so this is okay related to one of the Slack discussions, and you specified the validation.
Yeah, so just wanted to bring this up, and folks could like we can take this offline on Slack. Anybody who's
Okay, just trying to grasp that this was okay. This was sitting here for quite a long time, actually. Yeah, okay, a year even. And
yeah, if anything comes to mind, then we can just resolve this and push and like merge it. Otherwise, like I'm planning to break this particular validation into another PM.
okay, yeah, I will ping a few folks who might be interested in, but I also see that from our team, at least at some point, Kashif was checking this. Yeah.
Kashif helped me to figure out the issue as well. So maybe if he has got some time to take a quick look at that part of the code.
Yeah, sure. I will just note it down that I will also ping Kashif. Yep, and
Thanks.
you needed to help. Okay, yeah. No problem. We will check this. Okay. Is there anything else, any other topic that we have to discuss? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, this week we kind of came out of the woods related to these tests and fixes that we were introducing. So soon this will be hopefully fully green. These are the periodic tests that are running. Let's see. And there were, I believe, no other major news, at least that I have noticed. So anyone, any news that you want to share, any problems, suggestions, improvements, requests, anything? Let me check the chat also, if maybe someone is just sharing it there. Okay, nothing. Okay, if there are no issues, no requests, then thank you for your time, and we will meet next week, and we will do triaging next week also. Yes, thank you for your time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks.
Thank you all.
Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.